When you are walking around in South Africa, they will stop you because you are in Nigeria. Where is the drugs? Where is the permit? Where is this? You are illegal immigrant. They hold you. You are going to prison. If you have money, you sort the police, they will leave you. For how long are we going to do this in South Africa?
What seems like a meeting that intends to address key challenges and social ills that are faced by Nigerians in South Africa turned out to become what could be regarded as the national revolution for democracy against the leading apostles of Nigerian consulate to South Africa.
Our grievances in South Africa is much.
Hear me and hear me out. I want the citizens' rights to be taken into consideration.
As part of the mission of NECASA, we need to provide solutions to good services to Nigerians in South Africa, especially on the issue of passport, traveling certificates, NIN, resident permits, and other relevant documents we need as immigrants.
Gather our consulates in one office to less the stress for our people.
This is the main problem we are having. So if Nigerian government cannot provide common passports for their people in diaspora, what's the use of having consulates?
If you do the right thing, you don't need to go to OYS. And you get your passport 48 hours after the capture.
This passport you are saying now, you said we should go to website and do whatsoever we want to do. We will do it in 3 years, you will get that passport.
In South Africa, you cannot stay in South Africa without a permit. And that permit must be put in your Nigerian passport.
It's totally unfair for a person to apply for Nigerian passport and they are being charged over 7,000 rand for that.
Nigeria consulate here in South Africa, they are frustrating their people.
Right, the Nigerian General Assembly that was hosted by NECASA, Nigerian Citizens Association of South Africa, in accordance with the aim of Nigerian diplomatic mission in South Africa, received backlogs of reactions from angry Nigerian citizens living in Witbank, a city that is located in Mpumalanga province of South Africa, within the Imihelane local municipality.
The announcement about the new immigration passport. I would ask my immigration officer to just make an announcement. Don't bother him with questions. Go to the immigration court. All the information is here. Then he will do his best to tell you what it's all about. The new Minister of Interior has done his best to make sure, simplify the process. You don't go to any government, embassy, high commission, or consulate unless you have an appointment for capture and passport collection. You do everything online, you don't need to go to OYS. That is the objective. But pray to God it works well. You can do it on your phone. That is the objective of the minister. But my officer here will explain all to you.
Everybody can now apply for passport on his own now. You go on to www.immigration.gov.ng and you take up the page is open for you. You select what you want to do, whether you're applying in Nigeria or applying outside Nigeria, and you start the process yourself. You select the date yourself, but first thing first, you must have name. That's the correct thing here. You must have name. You must have name to log into the portal. That means they know you can start the passport process for now. So appealing to Nigerian leaders here to help us talk to their contact Nigeria to help us get more new centers in South Africa. And we're also going to pass the message through the income secretary, where what is said to the ministry. And I'm sure my minister is up and doing on that. The minister is up and doing on that. Hello. Great Nigerians. NECASA Mpumalanga, please sit. The Consul General will address on that matter now. Can you please take your seat? Thank you.
If you have issues with passports, let's deal with it. The reaction I see on the floor is not the solution to whatever issues or problems you have with passports. What is the problem? My immigration officer just addressed you. I had spoken with your leaders. I said, if we're going to take questions today, you won't if you agree to forfeit your Congress so that we can take questions about passports, we'll do that. We'll sit back and deal with passports. And you forfeit your Congress, you can put another date for your Congress. He simply made an announcement. Any Nigerian that's up to date with news and developments, global developments, not about local developments in Nigeria, should know that there's a new passport policy by this present administration. Take your time, go to the immigration website, go to the Home Affairs website. I just gave you the website. Go and look at it. The details are all there. They've started in Canada, United States, in UK, and then they've launched South Africa. We'll have a new passport office in Cape Town.
Yes, sir.
But that office will only capture. They'll bring it to Pretoria for production. Okay. Right? And government is struggling to make sure in 48 hours you get your passports. That's the objective. Anybody who doesn't understand this, meet me outside, meet the immigration outside. For further explanation, we don't need to disrupt this session because of that. Go to the website, the federal government website, look for the immigration link or Home Affairs link. You'll see the details there. You go online. If you do the right thing, you don't need to go to OIS. If you do the right thing, you fill your form, you make your payment. At the end of the day, down there, it accepts your application and gives you a date for capture. And you get your passport 48 hours after the capture. That is what the minister wants to do. And they've launched for South Africa. Last week, Friday, officers came to train my officers. Come and take the mic, come.
Hello sir, good afternoon sir. My name is Johannesburg Yusuf. They are popularly known as Clamor.
Ask your question.
Yeah, nobody me sir. My question is this. This passport you are saying now, you said we should go to website and do whatsoever we want to do. We will do it 3 years, you will get that passport. Wait, sir, let me go. Sir, let me talk now. I'm asking. Yeah, you will do that passport, you will get it in 3 years. But until you pay a huge amount of money to immigration officer in that place before you get it, which is very wrong. And the money is too much for us. The money is too much for us.
My brother, remember I told you, let's put the camera systems off.
The few forces that stand to benefit from the miseries that is ranging from the process of acquiring Nigerian national identification number, international passport and renewals are their frustration.
To apply for Nigerian permit, you go to the online, you complete the form. After the form, you are freely to use your Visa card to make payment. But now, if you complete the same form as a citizen of Nigeria for your own passport, they will not give you access to make payment. They will tell you to go and register your Visa card to a certain office. That is to say, they are referring you to their boys agent, so that the immigration officer, the corrupt criminal officer in that office, will be able to take bribe from these side agents. And then this is the main problem we are having. So if Nigerian government cannot provide common passports for their people in diaspora, what's the use of having a consulate? So we've permitted them to come here today. Next time, because now they left without hearing from us.
To get a passport, Nigerian passport is a problem. And we pay huge money, and he's asking me now, who did you pay that money to? That's what they will ask you. Him is always sitting in his office. They will charge you. If I can imagine, I'm getting Nigerian passport, I'm paying 9,700 rand with security money where they do. I'm doing security, collect 2.2. You can imagine. Then I will pay 9,700. South African passport is just 600 rand. 600 rand to get South African passport. Even if it got lost, you will go back to Home Affairs. As a citizen, you go with your ID. They will reprint another passport for you, 600 rand. Nigerians, we need to wake up. Now we need to explain some things to you. He refused. When you are walking around in South Africa, they will stop you because you are in Nigeria. Where is the drugs? Where is the permit? Where is this? You are illegal immigrant. They hold you. You are going to prison. If you have money, you sort the police, they will leave you. For how long are we going to do this in South Africa? Can this happen to South African citizens in Nigeria? Let's ask ourselves that same question. All these stupid people call themselves Nigerian, whatsoever they call themselves. If anything ever happen and affects them, they will never do anything about it.
Stretching on full expression of anger by the Nigerian residents in Witbank who were present at the assembly, the officials left the scene in fear of their lives as violence eroded what confidence they had.
The people are tired of certain system, and I think they are clamoring for change, you know. And I don't want to support the violence, but I reckon with the grassroots people, it's totally unfair for a person to apply for Nigerian passport, and they are being charged over 7,000 rand for that. So the Consul General was here to address those issues, and luckily there's a new system in place whereby you don't need to contact anybody for you to get your passport. So these are the things that the Nigerian missions have been trying to explain to the people, but unfortunately these people are still agitated and don't want to listen to the mission's explanation. The Minister of Interior and the Nigerian Immigration has opened up a new system whereby you don't need to contact anybody. You do everything online, you make your payment online, and your passport will be delivered to you in 48 hours. So that is it. I just think they just need proper explanation on or guidance on how to go about the process.
Do you think that the new system that they implemented will really work according to their promise?
Yeah, this is happening currently in a few countries just for a text run, and according to the promise from the Minister of Interior, is very efficient. And I have also tried to renew my passport through the portal, and for now it's efficient. So I employ all Nigerians also to utilize that system.
Have that system worked for you?
Definitely. So you don't need to contact anybody. The system gives you an option for you to choose a date for your capturing and every other thing. So it's an efficient system.
I want to believe that these Nigerians are talking out of frustration of previous experiences they've got.
Yes. So because of the constant complaints of Nigerians in diaspora, hence the Nigerian Ministry of Interior, in conjunction with NITCOM, has come up with this thing to make things much easier for Nigerians in diaspora and also to avoid bureaucracy in the process of applying for Nigerian passports.
Please introduce yourself. Who are you?
My name is Abdulrazak Abubakar. I'm the president of the National Association of Nigerian Students in Diaspora and in South Africa.
An indigene of Imo State, Mr. Nicholas' experience in the Rosebank office of Nigerian consulate, Johannesburg, did not suit his conscience as he cried out against the alleged fraudulent and frustrative process of acquiring Nigerian national identification number and international passport, as well as renewals.
I have my South Africa passport and 600 I'm doing it always. Every 10 years I have to go and collect the new one. It's 600 rand, and after 2 weeks they give it to you. This is my children's passport. My children, they are citizens here. They have their passport. I have to apply for their own. They give them their passport. Every children up from 16 years down is 5 years. From adult, from 16 years is 10 years, and it's 600 we are paying. After 2 weeks, you go and collect your passport. So I don't see the reason why in all these passports, being a Nigerian passport, this is a South African passport.
And how many offices do they refer you to before you get it?
It's one office, one home affairs is one office, and anywhere they put it very close to where you are living. They cannot tell you go to Pretoria or go to Cape Town or go to Johannesburg.
According to Mr. Nick, the amount that is being charged is outrageous and unnecessary. He lamented that a passport that should cost a maximum of 1,000 to 1,500 is now clocking an estimate of about 7,000 to 12,000, considering those who are coming in to apply from other neighboring countries.
My name is Nicholas Nemeka Mwachinemere. I'm the one who sent the voice notes about what I'm experiencing in Nigeria consulate in Rosebank. Security called me first. Asked me where am I going. So I'm going to renew my passport, the passport for my children. The security tell me that I have to go to Pretoria first. to pay for the national ID, which is NIN. So I asked the security, what do you mean by going to Pretoria? This place is not a Nigeria consulate. He said, no, you have to go to Pretoria first. From Johannesburg to Pretoria, which is about almost 52 kilometers ahead, to go and they pay for the national ID before you come back to Rosebank to pay for the to passport. After the passport, then you have to go to Stanton again to take a date when you come and capture. Then after the capture, before you come for to collect the passport. And when I asked him, since when this one started, he said they started starting off for March. I said, okay, let me go inside and verify. He said, no, go and pay first. When I was dragging it with him, some of them that is working there come out because there was a crowd. About 5 of them, they come out that I must come inside so that you can settle. I said, no, I want people to hear from me and hear from the security and the staffs, because not only the staff, so I refused to go inside. Then later, some of them, they call me by the side and ask me, okay, I must have patience that they are going to look into this problem. I tell them that I travel to Nigeria. I do it freely in Nigeria. I wonder how they are coming here to ask me that I must pay 1,700 for the national identity. So I was surprised and asking them. Then one of them would tell me that it's free. It's true that it's free in Nigeria, and they are doing it free also there. I don't know why they are collecting money here. He said he don't know.
Excuse me, one of them you mean is one of the staff?
Yeah, it's one of the staff there.
Told you that yes, it is true that they are doing this for free.
Yeah, it's free.
And he never gave you a reason why they are charging 1,700.
Yes, then he didn't give me the answer.
Okay.
So the 1,700 is separate for the national ID.
Yeah.
Then you have to pay 3,500 for passport. Then you have to pay again admin fee, which is 250 rand. Then you have to pay another money again, which is to capture 250 rand. And when you calculate all this money, you can see that it gives you about 5,700. And I add them in one passport or in another thing. So because when I was with them, I told them that this money is too much. And the way for me, after paying all this money, for the frustration that you come to this place, you go to Pretoria, from Pretoria to Rosebank. How many, which means you have about 3 consulates here in Nigeria. You enter before you get a Nigeria passport. The frustration is too much. So I decided to come back. 2 of them meet me, but I decided that this thing is not the price. That this price is going, when you pay this money, that is going to the private account for the Nigeria Consulate General. Then after that, they have to refer it back to Nigeria account, which by then they already reshoved the money. And if you if you pay this 3,500, it's not the normal money government is charging. Nigeria government is charging for the passport. That is not the real money. They are adding their own money. There's those people that are telling me this in their staff there. But they was telling me this and saying, go home and consult your people, because if they are themselves, they are not happy. And because people are here, when they come here, they start giving them problem, fighting and all these things. So they want to settle this matter once and for all. So I should go home and contact my people to come and look into this problem. So that's why I come back to see and invite my people and call them, tell them that look at this is what I'm seeing, and we cannot keep quiet, because this after 5 years now this passport will expire.
The sense is trying to make here is that something that is supposed to be done in one office, they have to refer you to 3 offices, from Rosebank office to Ilovo, Santon office to Pretoria office, which is very, very unfair and very frustrating. Let us listen carefully.
Suppose now that I'm about to almost 350 kilometers to come to Joburg, like I'm staying in Cape Town now. Cape Town to this place can take me about maybe 1,700, 1,800 to reach Joburg. To go back again will take me about 1,800 to go back. When I pay for the hotel for accommodation, I sleep there because I will not reach from Cape Town to Joburg one day and go to consulate. I have to take from Johannesburg again to Pretoria, which is 52 kilometers to Pretoria. Then before to go and get a national ID before my passport. Then when I go there, I can the movement and everything cannot end the same day. Then when I go to Pretoria, I come back to Joburg again and have a hotel to sleep. Then before the following day, I have to go to Rosebank. After the Rosebank again to pay for the passport, I have to go to something again where they will capture. I have to take date because they give you date first. When they give you date, then from there I go back to Cape Town. I'm waiting for the date of capture. When the date reach, when the date is arrived again, I have to take a ties again or flight to come back to Joburg again and capture for my passport. After capturing the passport, then they give me date again to come back and collect it. My brother, I can see that even only transport is above that passport. Talking of the frustration of this passport is too much. So I want the Nigerian government to look into this problem. To go to Cape Town is like you start from let me say from Lagos to the Medugri. You can see the far distance of it. Then you have to drive it 3 to 4 times before you get Nigeria passport. Only transport can give you. You can spend almost 8 to 9,000 before you get for the transport only before you get Nigeria passport. Then when you get that in 8 to 9,000, you add it with 5,700. Then it's giving you almost 15,000 or maybe 16,000 before you get Nigeria passport. Hey, my fellow congregants, Nigerians, we are one Nigeria. But the way they are frustrating people here in South Africa, Nigeria consulate here in South Africa, they are frustrating their people, being Nigerians, the Nigerian citizen that is living in this South Africa.
The agitation of Nigerian citizens in South Africa opposes the Nigerian consulate political hemisphere in their South African offices, demanding that the department must desist from the alleged desperate and unnecessary measures of extorting money from Nigerian citizens through the process of acquiring national identity document and international passport, stating that the consulate is meant to promote bilateral relationship between two countries for the best interest of its citizens and not to become an organization of opportunists who draws from the suffering and frustration of its citizens for self-enrichment.
This year's own, in fact, is overstressed because when you go to Santin, they will send you back to Rosebank. When you go to Rosebank, they will send you to Pretoria. From Pretoria to do your national identity, to get your national identity number. And in Pretoria, we even one of them gave me a number of some guys to call there, which is an agent, because I don't think they're doing it straight. I collected the number. I said, no, I will collect. Let me see what is going to happen. I collected the number from that guy. So when you go to Pretoria, after that, you will come back to Rosebank, you make a payment, you will now go back to Rosebank. You understand? Ilovo. Then you will go home, waiting for your date for capturing. You go for capturing, you're now waiting for your date for collection. Please, my people.
Excuse me, you mean that someone gave you a number of an agent?
Exactly.
That will stand as a middleman in order to get your national identity number.
Exactly, in pictorial. They have to have a one consulate for our people, citizen, Nigerian citizen in South Africa. When you get up from where we are residing, you go straight to your consulate, you do everything. I'm a businesswoman here. Then I close up my shop with my husband. We now start going there to go and get our children's passport. And we didn't succeed. We came back here around 4 o'clock. Imagine. We are struggling to pay that 2,000 for passport. Talking of 3,500. I'm a graduate in South Africa. I studied my degree here in University of Johannesburg. I spent 7 years in studying in South Africa. They cannot be able to give us a job. I started running a small shop with my husband in order to make a living, a good living for myself, my husband, and my children. Our Nigerians are here that are suffering. Many are very poor that are sleeping on the streets. Many of them apply. They try to apply for permits. In South Africa, you cannot stay in South Africa without your permits. And that permit must be put in your Nigerian passport. If you are not a citizen, like myself, I'm not a citizen. My husband is a citizen. My children are citizens. They refuse me permanent resident. I don't know why. Okay, see my children. Every 2-3 years, we try to make up to take them to Nigeria. And they're giving us 5 years for Nigerian passport, which is very, very wrong. Other countries are giving 10 years in passport, so that before that 10 years, you will round up and make sure you visit your father's land. Here, they're giving us 5 years in passport. That 5 years, before you round up and make up money to travel to visit your people in Nigeria, the passport have expired. Imagine I show you a lot of expired passport in my house here, a lot. We are trying to do another passport for my children to go and visit home. They still have their grandma alive. They need to go and visit their grandma, visit their people. We need to take them home. Assuming that the life is no more for me and my husband, my children will know this is where we are coming from. That is why we are always taking them home. The 5 years they are giving us is very little. Very, very little. Because when you assuming that we use this 3,500 plus 1,007, 250 for capturing, 250 for admin fee, or whatever they are calling it, I don't know. How much can you use to put a visa in my children's passport, South African passport, so that they can travel as a foreigner to our country? And it's still expensive, imagine. It's still expensive. Some people are coming from different parts of South Africa, from Durban, from Cape Town, from many, Mpumalanga. Many of our people, they scatter the whole of South Africa. So when they are coming here to come and do their passport, some will lodge in the hotel. They will spend a lot of money to lodge in a hotel for their eating, for their feeding, and their transport. They will travel. And when you are frustrating them like this, they will decide not to do the passport.
This can be regarded as a country that is being ruled based on terms and who is who, a principle-based system of governance that is bound to suffer collapse, where corruption and abuse of office is sure to prevail.
They told me, if your name is not by the security, you are not allowed to go in. Then I said, Baba, do you know the meaning of this slip? Here no be Nigeria. This is not Nigeria. This is a country with law, with constitution. I can sue you guys with this slip. You ask me to come today for capture. Now so I block gate, embassy gate there. I don't let any car come inside. Then that former don't need that gara guy. The fair guy. Yeah. They said he's calling me. I said I don't want to go because that is Nigerian law. When they take me, they will go and bribe me. They will capture for me. The remaining people, they go dead there. Now our style be that. I tell him, I'm not coming to your office. You are here because of me. Then he came down with cameras. Yeah, what is your problem? I explained. He said, then you are shouting. I said, oh God, don't tell me I'm shouting. To cut the story short, at the end of the day, he said, how many are they? We are 12. He take us to office and we capture. Everybody swipe 120, only me. I didn't swipe that money. I tell that person, the money is for what?
That 120, okay, I wanted to ask you now.
I swipe that 120 with my... They don't take it for cash. They don't take cash.
So the admit me was part of the process. So
when you ask them that 120 is for what?
Yeah, they said it's admit fee. Wait, and they said one of them said Nigeria doesn't pay for They are not paying their rent in South Africa, so they are using that 120 to do all those things. I say you guys are just lying. But me now, I won't pay. I won't pay. And I didn't pay, and I captured.
Excuse me, admin fee in which regard? Are they not being paid?
That is what they said. The guy said that 120, they are using it to pay rent because Nigerian government doesn't pay their rent in South Africa.
Some of our children here, if you people don't know, they are sleeping on the street. They don't have passports. They don't have money. Some of them want to travel back to our country, Nigeria, to be able to earn a living. But they're sitting in the car on the street. They don't have home to sleep. If you ask them, okay, I want to buy you a ticket, they will tell you, my passport has expired for years. For you to get a passport for someone who is frustrated in South Africa is difficult. So most of them will go and get a TC. And for you to get a TC and travel back to Nigeria, you cannot be able to come back to this country for 5-6 years. Imagine. There was a family who traveled recently. The man couldn't be able to make passport of his children, 5 children, wife and himself. He couldn't be able to do it. So he gets a TC to travel with the whole family. Now this man cannot be able to visit South Africa for 5 years. Is it not frustration?
Right, looking forward towards the restoration of the future of Nigeria, is there any hope to terminate corruption and restore order in accordance with the principles that is guiding basic human rights and the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria? Now, Sinchine Memakachkwan, AIE News, African Image Expression, Johannesburg.